Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jrue Holiday.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Davis is out there with Washington. And there's Klay Thompson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Gafford in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Celtics, White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA and a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And it's Brown missing. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to visit with head coach Joe Mazzulla.
He told me, now that team goes as Anthony Davis goes. When AD is feeling good and he's in rhythm, everything clicks. Coach said we'll need a team effort at both ends. Our communication has to be excellent, and even then, we're not going to completely stop him. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
The playmaking of Brown continuing to evolve. Nice dime there.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Irving kicks to Washington from downtown, and it's Kyrie Irving with the three.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Brown, and it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Like we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positional size, and because of all of that in his work, he's a versatile defender now that can make an impact at that end of the floor.
Now Brown, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. The three from Tatum. Connects from three-point range.
This is why Tatum is a superstar. His confidence in shooting the ball right away, quick release, money.
Now, here's Washington. And in the game with Memphis, he did not play well. Basket good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Down low, it's stolen by Davis. And it's Washington missing.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Tatum's shot is off. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. Celtics trail by 3. The tray, and it's Jason Tatum with a 3. Tatum's got 6.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that 3. Makes that shot look effortless.
Irving passes to Davis. Thompson against White. It's stolen by White. Right side Tatum. Brown the pass to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. A rebound by Washington. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Back to Davis. For the screen on Brown. Here's Davis. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Holiday dishes to White. And Tatum launches it from deep. A miss that time would have put him up. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Outside, Davis. Back to Irving. To the inside. And Gafford throws it down.
Hey, there's no denying it. Kyrie is a score-first guard, but he's a better passer than he gets credit for.
Tatum on the wing. He's got 6. And it's Holiday at the elbow. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for Washington. Christie, he's checked in for Thompson. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
And the Celtics making a change here. Cornette's checked in. Dinwiddie wide open. Here's Davis. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Davis playing big. Love to see that. Creating extra scoring opportunities as a result.
Hauser the pass to Brown. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Christie. Outside, Davis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Back to Dinwiddie. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Pritchard. No scoring in this one. Round the pass to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from 3-point range. Now Marshall. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's Dallas. They're up by 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Christie. Then it's Derek Lively. And it's Marshall in at the 4 spot. Pritchard passes to Tatum. Knocked away. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. 5th on the list, Jason Tatum.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
And he makes both free throws. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition. But the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic. And things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
Hauser. It's rebounded by Dallas. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight to give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
And finished off by Lively.
Climbing the ladder, going upstairs. Lively, he doesn't have to go far to flush it.
The three from Tatum. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 7. Wants to get it to Irving and does. Count it, good. Irving's got 8 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Tatum passes to Horford. Now here's Craig. Outside Tatum. The three. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Pritchard passes to Tatum. There's Tatum's range on display.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. They are stacked, DA, for sure. The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Davis comes in for Najee Marshall. And it's P.J. Washington in for Dinwiddie.
Strong and explosive Jaylen Brown is a tough matchup in the painted area.
Irving with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. And the foul on Daniel Gafford. That's his first foul. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Celtics. And then for Dallas, Klay Thompson comes in for Christie. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. Deflects the pass. Holiday, the pass to White. Back to Holiday. The shake. And he sinks the layup. Holiday's got 6 points.
So many different ways that Holiday can beat you because he's got great length and size for a guard, and that allows him not to be afraid to mix it up inside.
Back to Williams. Takes the three. Drops in the tray. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Yeah, good job to take him right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
At the line for 2 shots.
And both free throws good for White.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Get our fans on the court is your hype squad. Okay, fans, who needs a free t-shirt? Get on your feet.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Kristaps Porzingis.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Wide open. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got his second bucket of the night. Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
Well, you know, you got to take care of the basketball. Hopefully, they learn from that game and are better going forward.
Washington inside, guarded by Holiday. Celtics trail by 8. And White kicks to Holiday. There's Brown with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They've held a 12-point lead early, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Al Horford's checked in for Boston. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
You must have left your dancing shoes at home.
A moment now to see the numbers for Jaylen Brown. He's really stood out for them over the past month, putting up about 22 points per, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Even though his numbers have been more than solid, I think he'll want to step his game up to another level.
Yeah, and you know, on paper, those numbers are terrific. Most players would be thrilled with those numbers, but as good as they are, I know this guy expects more of himself.
And the rejection by Gafford. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. A beautiful reverse layup. Washington's got 5.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake, but they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple.
Here's White. Can't hit from in close. And so we wrap up the first half. Mavericks lead by 10. And chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the Boston Celtics. Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for...
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Mavericks. And that concludes...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the 1. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Gafford against Porzingis. White. It's rebounded by Dallas. Washington's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass. Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside, Davis. 9 feet out. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Davis has got 8 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And here's Washington outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Well, Greg, they're making a valiant effort to come all the way back. Wow.
And they need to take care of the basketball. Plenty of time. No need to force anything.
Loads it up for Davis. Porzingis with the steal. It's White on the wing. He's covered by Irving. And that one drops for him. White's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Irving with a clean look. Dallas again missing. Celtics have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Now that's big-time hops right there. White bouncing off the floor like a pogo stick and just throwing it down.
Outside, Davis. Here's Gafford. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Jason Tatum. The Mavericks have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Gafford cans them both. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Porzingis able to use that 7'6" wingspan to full effect, beating everybody to the board and then quickly cashing in.
When they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Davis has the open look. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the 4th, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And White kicks to Holiday. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And it's White missing.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Nailed from three-point land.
A silky smooth jump shooter. Once Thompson senses separation, he's rising without hesitation.
Outside Tatum. Holiday with the 3. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Celtics trail by 12. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever. His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Both teams will make substitutions.
Holiday really is a soft-spoken guy on and off the court. Leads by example, is extremely reliable and talented, and his teammates have great respect for him because of it.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Thompson for the triple. They grabbed their own miss and finished off by Lively.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Dallas leading by 11. Dinwiddie for three. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Dinwiddie outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, he makes it look so easy. Dinwiddie gliding around the court and spraying those jumpers.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Brown, no good. Mavericks have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%. Davis finds Thompson. Loads it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And so it's Dallas, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jay.
Contest twos, right? We'll contest the twos and contest threes, but no layups.
Jason Kidd feeling like they need to protect the rim above all else right now, willing to give in other areas.
And you have to take care of home base. Otherwise, it's going to be attacked all night, and that's not going to reflect well for you on the scoreboard.
Defensive foul.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Derek Lively. Kyrie Irving is out there with Christie. Then there's Edwards. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. 3-pointer. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Horford.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
Williams against Tatum. Lets a floater go, and Williams lays it in.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass to Pritchard. Tatum on the wing. Launches it. Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Bucket is good.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Mavericks leading by 14. Christie the pass to Lively. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Thompson, he's checked in for Christie. And it's Williams with the ball for Dallas. Thompson for 3. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Out to the right wing. The 3 from Tatum. The revenge 3 from Tatum.
Over the years, we've really seen Tatum elevate his offensive game. Now he's a dynamic, multi-level scorer.
And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul.
Substitutions for the Celtics. Torrey Craig.
Here's Thompson. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Jason Kidd going over the plan with his team for the last few minutes. He reminded his team, we're up. All the pressure is on them. Let's just keep playing our game. Makes sense because they've got a nice lead late in this game. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
The athletic prowess of Tatum on full display. What a move to the bucket.
Mavericks leading by 12. Williams passes to Irving. For three. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this.
Here's Cornette. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Outside Williams. Irving looking over the floor. And Thompson kicks to Irving. Pulls up on the elbow. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Tatum. Here's Cornette. Now Tatum for the 3. Tatum with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Irving up top. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Zinkas, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Brown comes in for Torrey Craig. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Then for the Mavericks, Daniel Gafford's checked in for Derek Lively. Davis comes in for Najee Marshall. And Washington subbed in for Williams. The shot's good from Gafford. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
And Holiday throws it down.
Rise up, Drew. He's a big guard, folks. Holiday is physical, too.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Davis, the pass to Thompson. Washington with it. And here is Davis. Shot clock at 6. Here's the 3. Porzingis with the rebound.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Brown inside the line. Nice shot from the wing. Here's Irving. Fires for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Dallas.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And in the final game of this season series, they have to be happy earning the tiebreaker here, finishing up the year with a winning record of 2-1 against the Celtics.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Kyrie Irving.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
Shots good by Gafford.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Irving passes to Gafford.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
3rd personal foul, 4th team foul.
And that one falls for Gafford.
Daniel Gafford, 2 shots.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Pass to Davison. Over to the wing. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but 1-0. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg.
Got the money in a headlight. Big dog every time we hit the red lights. Just shine, ain't nothing but a